Hey guys, Loveman from Loveman Kicks Ass 12, and this is, I know I haven't made an episode in a while, but here I am, I'm back with more video. But today, I just purchased Axis and Allies Pacific 1940 off of Amazon.com. And, well, actually I did 2 days ago, and it finally arrived. I just got 3 minutes ago, literally about 3 minutes ago, and this is all on here, nothing's been opened yet, complete brand new. So I'm gonna open it up and see what's inside. Complete surprise, so what I'm gonna do is cut you. Nah, I ain't doing that, but I am gonna see what's up inside. I'm waiting for a couple months forward to get the game. And this packaging job is crappy as hell. Okay. Got this plastic stuff off, paper. Whatever, I'm not going to grab everything. Box completely unopened. Return order. Tripod is somewhat unbalanced. You can deal with it. Not my problem. Wanting to watch this review so bad that you actually watch my crappy quality video. Well, 1080p is pretty good, but whatever. Logan uses throw box. This is the very outside box of Axis and Allies Pacific 1940, completely unopened. That back for you. Have you have a good look at that. With that order form. Then gotta be very careful. Probably this won't be the best tool. Boom. I got it. Huh? Never thought I'd be holding it in my hands. Probably gonna keep it down for now because I do not want anything to fall, so I just have the camera free cam it. Okay. Now we got the game. The camera might be a little shaky. Have it on my tripod on my bed, so I'm gonna open up the box. And what's the first thing we see? The first thing we see are the gray chips and the red chips and the black and red dye. Put these aside. Look at this thing. We have the Axis and Allies rulebook here. I didn't say Axis and Allies, I should be more specific. Dang, I always want to say Pacific. But national production chart. Then we have the battle strip, the casualty zone. We have the industrial complexes. We have the anti-aircraft guns, not the fighters, the air bases, and the naval bases, which I'll get to very soon. Then we have here featured the silhouettes of each country, our military flags, the Americans obviously, the British, which I also think kind of like the Americans, but at least when I open up the original Axis and Allies 1942 game, you know, I was kind of confused, but now that you see this, it's pretty easy to understand. The Chinese national symbol before the communists took over in 1949. We got these Japanese, we got the most, and then we got the Australian, New Zealand people. They got nothing. Shoot. What do you do if they run out? They're not supposed to win. And we got the two trifold things, the actual board. Don't want to wreck anything, at least at this point. And then we got the setup boxes. They tell you originally what each country is supposed to have. Originally, like 4 things that are going to be placed in the beginning, and how much each country receives in the beginning. But Japan deserves 26 not reinforcements. I'm thinking of another game, people. I'm sorry. IPCs. ANZAC receives 10. Nationals China receives 12. The British in the Pacific region receive 16. And then we only get 17. Yeah, the depression is not quite over, but we're not quite through it yet. And if you give me a moment, I'm going to continue the video as soon as I get the stuff out and read the directions and get some more of a feel for this game. Okay, I just got out the board after reading directions for a half hour, and this is what we got out here. We got the right over there we got the national production chart. There you go. And right here we got the national markers for each of the countries, and will be China. Big contrast from then and now. And as I will now zoom in, so you can now see all the greatest things about this game. There you go. And I'll probably start panning around with my camera. Yeah, I've not played this game before. I've played the other games in the Axis and Allies series, but I have not played this game. And one thing I did notice is that if you look at the Western United States over here, if I can actually zoom in and knock it over, there you go. It's actually worth 50 and 10. Is that when the United States switches into a wartime economy, when it becomes at war with Japan, which I'm now going to zoom out, then it gains those extra 40 IPCs to use like it did in the Second World War. You know, this game matches the real life and board game very, very closely. You know, the power of each country seems legitimate except for ANZAC. I like how it has more. Dang, I keep on forgetting what I'm trying to say a lot in these videos, but as you can see, there are more territories per country than before. Like, look at Australia right here. Before in Axis and Allies, the global game, it was just considered one territory. Now it's considered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 territories. Now, China was just considered, 2, possibly 3. Now it's considered at least 10. Something like that. 12, something like that. They have Hong Kong right there. So you don't know why the British set up there in the real world, but it's fixed now. Then right here, it's pretty hard to see. We you got the Burma Road, which I'm gonna probably zoom in on that. If I can actually get this thing to work. There we go. Over there, you got the Burma Road. Want the focus. And is it going? There you go. There's the Burma Road, that little red line going from India over to that weird Chinese translation to English name. And then if you look over here, there are those kamikaze symbols right there. You get 6 per game. It's a special attack that Japanese can do on certain territories in the West Pacific, on any Allied ships that can't go out and attack Hawaii with those and stuff like that. They just do it to the Western Pacific and some of those islands over there. Yeah, as I said before, it's only 6 per game. Yes, I'm now gonna get my. Forget it. I was gonna get my microphone, but it's kind of unreliable, and I really don't want to mess up this video. Sorry if I'm repeating myself too much or stuff like that. You should see my older videos. But that's how much each unit costs, what their attack value is. And okay, Simon, it's not gonna be working. And shoot, it's not gonna work on that well. There you go. Yeah, you got your infantry as your weakest manned unit, and then you got your fighter as your weakest air unit. And then you got your submarine as your weakest. You know, it can be, you know, talked about. It's not, you know, absolute, but I consider it to be the weakest sea unit out there. Battleship, holy moly! Those things are expensive and very sad to see go by. Hey. Okay, well, I set up the Japanese. It's very frustrating. Took me like over half an hour. And I ran out of tactical bombers. I'm not sure if I'm using the great ships correctly, as an infantry has fallen off that great ship, which I will fix now. There you go. But as you can see, Japan is extremely fortified, and there's gonna be, the Americans are gonna be heavily fortified here in the Philippines. They have a nice field around there. That's the bad thing with this area, is that once the Americans declare war, then they can use the Philippine fleet to slow down the Japanese until the rest of the American fleet, which is going to be positioned at Hawaii and San Francisco and, you know, California, western United States over there. So that's going to be a really real big slowdown. And then you have the Philippines, that if you do attack the Philippines, it's going to be automatic declaration of war by the United States, which, you know, I don't really like the idea of that, because of the fact that what's attack there, you're gonna get hit. Most likely, there's a like 95% chance you're gonna get hit by something, and that's gonna weaken you. You're gonna be all over in this area over here when you need to be starting to think about heading over here at the same time, which kind of makes it very, very annoying. But I've just off the tip of my head, my strategy would be to continue attacking in China and this continue fortifying the areas around Japan and Japan's colonies. The Dutch East Indies, which the British and the Australians and the New Zealand people, or the heck, are protecting. I don't know if I would do anything with them, because I know that you got 3, 4, and then nothing. So you get a total of 7 IPCs for those. But then you have to worry about the British, the Anzac people, which aren't as big of a threat, but the British are going to be annoying, because they're going to be attacking Siam almost for sure. Then they'll be moving into Yunnan. They're going to attack Yunnan, or the heck, Yunnan. And Hong Kong, which is a big pain in the butt. There's always something that's to annoy the heck out of you. But I just gotta think that, thank goodness this is not the global game where you have the Soviet Union entering with. They have 5. They in that territory there, Sika, they had 6 troops, and then over here in the Far East area, well, that one, that's not the one to the left right there, right by those ships. This one right here, they added an extra 6 troops, and right there they added an extra 6 troops. But then you also had the fact that the United States won't be entering the war like that. They'll be entering the war in Europe, which would be a great benefit to Japan, because you don't have to worry as much about the United States. And the British also, they have to worry about elsewhere, and in the Pacific would not be as much of a priority to the British. And they might, not entirely guaranteed, but they might move some troops back over to the West to support the Soviet Union and the French, which are practically doomed as of this point. And the French Indochina, I have no idea how he just got over there without going through there and invading other areas. Because if you think about it, wouldn't you go through here to get over, to Thailand / Siam? I don't know. It's kind of an error. I have not yet played the game, as I said before, but so far, the quality and everything, it seems pretty darn decent. One thing you do have to know is that the combat strip, which is now falling off the board thing, right here, the combat strip, is the one from Axis and Allies 1942, which is not the same as the one from Axis and Allies Pacific 1940 or Europe 1940. Because here they have battleship, fighter, tank, cruiser, infantry, artillery, aircraft carrier, destroyer, then the aircraft gun, bomber, and submarine. Where is the tactical bomber? Where is the mechanized infantry? They're not on there. So obviously you can tell just by looking at this that they're missing some things. And if you go over to this side, then you have the where is the aircraft carrier? I know somewhere on here has an aircraft carrier actually has an attack value. Well, in Pacific, the aircraft carrier does not have any attack value, and it's completely useless for attacking, but decent for defense, and which means it would be completely destroyed after the first hit. That's the bad thing about aircraft carriers. Well, this is it for No Man Kicks S12's first one in a while, and I will try to update you on one of the games I do, and I am hoping to get another game called Ticket to Ride, and it's a new game also, just like Axis and Allies Pacific 1940. And if you're wondering why I have a bomber there, it's because I ran out of tactical bombers, as I said. But as I said, you know, I'm getting Ticket to Ride. It's a new board game, came out 2004. I'm probably gonna do an unboxing, gonna do another review type thing, gonna show you how everything sets up, show you all the pros and cons of how the gameplay generally plays out, and all the things you can do with that. And one more thing is that Japan needs to get 6 victory cities that are located around the board. Sydney, that one city, India, you can read it if possible. Hong Kong, Shanghai, Tokyo, Honolulu, and San Francisco. There you go, I got everything. And the Allies need to capture Japan as their main goal. As now I'm going to probably edit this video and go to bed.